Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with Zook Stitch, and today is Saturday, January 6th, 2023. Oh, no, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch, where we live in the past apparently. I'm so glad that you're here sharing part of your time with me. I really do appreciate it. It's 2024. I know that. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that, isn't it? So this week was back to work, work from home, for this week, and next week I get to work from home as well before I go back into the office and our semester starts. We do get MLK Day off, which is not this coming Monday, but next Monday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so we get that day off of work, and then classes start the very next day. So this week was actually fairly quiet. I got, some prep done for the semester and all that. Next week I think is going to be busier just because people are starting to think about coming, the students will be thinking about coming back. And it's really crunch time to get my syllabi kind of up to speed. So it'll be good though. It was a good week. We are in Bringo. We are almost a week into Bringo. Bringo is a game that we play in the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. We do it every January. It's really fun. I co-run the group with my friend Robin of Bird's Eye Stitches. And we give you prompts for 25 days in January, and you stitch on that. And I make the call every evening for the next day, which works for most people, except I think our Australian friends, they're already, because I'm on the West Coast in the US, and our Australian friends, I try to call it in the evenings around 6 p.m. my time, which I think, like, for our friends in Australia is like afternoon of the next day. So I'm hoping it works. While I'm working from home, I can make the calls a little bit earlier, but when I go back into the office, they're going to be closer to 6 p.m. But it's fun. I'm having a blast. I love seeing everybody's projects that they choose for the prompts and all that. It's not too late to join. If you want to join us, just make sure that you fill out the questions. And this is true for any of our Facebook groups. I have a Friends of Hawk Run Hollow Facebook group. I have the Zook Stitch Facebook group, the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group, and then I co-run the Stitching Shelf Sal Facebook group. All of those, and it's probably true for any Facebook group that has questions. Just make sure you fill them out. Otherwise, I will have to decline your request to join, just because there's so many bots. There's so much spam out there. Robin and I often will confer with one another, like, hey, could you take a look at this? And we'll see. And sometimes people slip through because we like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But so just make sure you answer the questions. It's not so much, we aren't looking, I think one of the questions is, who's your favorite designer? We aren't looking for a right or wrong answer. We're just looking to see, do you know a little something about cross stitch to join the group, right? Like, can you name a designer, essentially? So just make sure you fill them out. Otherwise, we will have to decline your approval. But you can definitely request again with filling out. I think there's something weird when you request on your phone. Sometimes it can be kind of weird, and the request goes through, but it doesn't show you the question. So don't take it personally if you request to join and you're declined. It just means that the questions weren't answered. Anyway, Bringo is underway. It's really fun. Thank you all for your wonderful comments on last week's episode, which was my 5-year anniversary of doing Flosstube. It was really fun. I'm still going through the questions. And the giveaways, I will be drawing winners for the giveaways next week. So the 13th. 6 plus 7 is 13. Yes, the 13th, I will be drawing winners. So you can go back. It's episode 205. So my first episode of the new year, if you want to watch that and you want to be entered to win. But you have to make your comments on that video because I'm not going to be looking on this video for keywords. So you have another week. and then we'll draw the winners. An update on the giveaways. So the giveaways that we did in December before the holidays, I was holding on until after the holidays to mail them out, just so things didn't get kind of lost in the all the mail that was going out around the holidays. So those will all be mailed out on Monday. So that's your giveaway update. I'm just kind of jumping around here. Okay, let's get into the whips. So my 25/7 piece for the first half of January is Happy New Year, right? Appropriate, by the Victoria Sampler. And this is what it will look like. These are fireworks. I really enjoy this piece. I am right here on this band with Father Time and the little January New Year baby. So I'm not going to do the hardanger. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I might turn this into like specialty stitches, or I don't know. I mean, I could leave it off, but I really like that there's something there to kind of, tie it in. I don't want it to end just at Happy New Year. So I'll figure out something like that, but I don't know how to do hardanger, and I don't really want to learn on a piece that I've already stitched on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm right here on the Father Time. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count smoky pearl linen. So this is where I got to, just 25 minutes a day. There is 1/1. Actually, this band has quite a bit of 1/1, like his whole beard, his face or bald head or whatever, his little feeties. There's going to be back stitching and stuff, so it'll look better. But yeah, there's quite a bit of 1/1. So like that whole beard is all 1/1. It's fine. It's fine in little bits. I still don't think I would enjoy doing a whole piece 1/1, even on 28 count. I know some of you do, Karen. I'm looking at you. I like the look. It's just, my eyes are straight. At a piece like this, it's perfectly fine because it's just those little bits. So this is where we are. I start with the cross stitch, and then there will be specialty stitches in there. I think Father Time is done. Yeah, he's done. Well, he has a flag. But like I'll be moving over probably to Baby New Year next. So yeah, the bands aren't super big. I'm hoping that I'll get this band done this month in, what? So we've been working on it maybe 5 days. I didn't work on it last night because I went to dinner with a friend. And so when I got home, I wanted to stitch on my Bringo piece. So I didn't stitch on this last night. So this is only 4 days of stitching, really. So that's pretty good. So that is Happy New Year by the Victoria Sampler. It's still available. I had the kit. And so the kit uses silk floss. The silk floss in the kit, what is it? It's very temperamental. It's what it is. Kreinik Mori is the silk. I mean, there's some dinky dyes. There's some MPIs. But the bulk of it is Kreinik Mori, Mori. I don't like it. It's very thin. It breaks very easily. I know I can use like a thread magic or something like that, but it breaks very easily. It's very finicky to work with. It's very lightweight, and so I have a hard time. I like to feel when I'm stitching like the floss, which is why I like using 2 strands. I should have listened to Sarah, the stitching mommy, and she's like, "Oh, you could do it in DMC. It's totally fine. I mean, it's very pretty in DMC." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I already have the kit." Yeah. So if you get this, I don't even know if the kit's still available, or the floss pack, accessory pack. I'm pretty sure this chart is still available on the Victoria Sampler website. Just do the DMC. I just do the DMC. Like, Sarah was right. Never question stitching mommy. Now, I don't think there is a direct DMC conversion in here, so you would have to do the conversion on your own. But I think it's fairly easy just by looking at, the picture and just matching up colors, or pick your own colors. or do, look at online for the conversions if you want. Like, what's a conversion of Kreinik Mori to whatever. So that's 25/7. And then now we're getting into our Bringo pieces. So my first call was, well, everybody's first call was, ironically, Whipper New Start of your choice. So mine is a new start. It's my New Year New Start. So that worked out perfectly. I am working on, also inspired by Stitching Mommy, also from the Victoria Sampler. This is A Year in Stitches. This is what it will look like. And of course, I'm on number 1 right there. And I'm going to have to restart it, I think. So this is where I'm at. Now, this has been called twice this week. So the first was Your Choice, Whipper New Start of Your Choice. And the second was something you were inspired to start by the way you saw it finished. And so this is all inspired by Stitching Mommy. This is a 28 count mystery by Bestitch Me. This is a piece from my friend Jessie that she gifted to me when I was in Colorado. The reason why I have to restart it is because there's a lot of white in this piece, and I kind of knew this going into it. I was like, oh, I'm going to use a Dove Gray because I know that will work. I think that's what Sarah chose too. But then I got lazy. And I was like, I don't want to cut because like I have this huge piece of Dove Gray, 28 count. I would have to cut it down, and then I would have to sew the edges. And I was like, I just want to get started on it. Well, that's what I get for being a little bit lazy. There's white, and this piece has a lot of white in it, not just this section. So you can see there's some white, but like there's all this white, which with the specialty stitches, and that's the February section. But like if you look, I mean, this is what, March, April, May, June. I mean, there's all this, like, you need to be able to see the white. And like I knew that. I just was trying to make it work. So much so that last night I ripped out, because I'm using, I think, what am I using for the white? B5200. I'm using B5200 for the white, and it just blends in is basically the problem. I ripped out all the white, well, most of the white. I didn't rip out the house white, so you can see, but it's surrounded by other colors, so it shows up. And then I did, 762, I think, which is a little, like an extremely light blue, almost white. And I stitched that in there, and you can kind of see it, but it also just kind of looks like dirty snow. So, I mean, this didn't take me terribly long. I mean, this is, 2 days of stitching. But the second day I finished up the house. Like I put the roof on and did the center part of the house. And spent the rest of my time frogging the white and restitching the white. So I had this on my Bringo board one more time. I think I am going to restart it on a fabric where it will show up. I think I'm just going to do the Dove Gray. Again, like Sarah suggested, listen to Sarah, Stitching Mommy. She's never wrong. So that's that. I love it. It does go pretty quick. Now, there's specialty stitches throughout, right? And so you can see there's some specialty stitches up here, which I haven't tackled yet. I'm just down in here. But, it's the right thing to do. I'll be happier in the end. I was really excited to get it started. This one is also available on their website. I think it is in their creative section on their website. It used to be in, I think, 2021, maybe. It was free on their website, not their website, on the Facebook group. She released one section each month. So if you're not in their Facebook group, she does this every year. She has like some piece that she releases every month for free on the Facebook group. You have to pay for it now, but it's still available. But there's no colors. You pick your own colors. So that is, that can be kind of fun. I actually do. Let's go. Oh, I just hit you. I am so sorry. Let's go back. The tree. I'm really happy with how the tree turned out. I'm using a variegated, of course I can't remember now the variegated floss, but if you really want to know, let me know and I can tell you. I used a variegated for the lighter green, and then the darker green is just a DMC. But I really like how it turned out. So we'll be restarting that one on proper fabric. Okay, so then next, So I worked on that for 2 days. Oh, that also counted Year in Stitches for Magazine Monthly Challenge. We also have the monthly theme and acrostic. So our theme for this month in January is To Grandmother's House. And then our acrostic is Sleigh, Sleigh. A Year in Stitches, 3 hours of work on it, which I've done 6 hours actually, counts for the S in Sleigh for A Year in Stitches. So that's the other thing. Here's my Bringo board, by the way. I've X'd off the ones I've done. Call 25, which I'll talk about in plans, is tonight's call. So not really working towards a Bringo. I randomized my numbers, so we don't know when we'll get a Bringo. It's always kind of a fun game to see who will get a bingo first in the Facebook group. It's quite fun. It's not too late to sign up either because you just have to do 1 hour or 100 stitches on each piece. And you have the last 6 days of the month to do any makeup work, so it's very doable to join us still. Okay, the next call was work on something sparkly. So I pulled out Glitter House. This counted for 2 calls, sparkly because of the fabric, as you can see, and something that intimidates you. And so this is Glitter Villages by Little House Needleworks, I think, or is it Country Cottage Needleworks? I'm not sure. You all know which one is this. And so I worked on this for 2 days. I'm nearly done with this. This looks like it's the tail of the deer. It's not. It's the tree trunk for a tree I haven't put in yet. Basically, all I have to do is put in a tree, finish up the snowflakes, and then I'll have to move the Q-snap. But there's little holes in that design up there that need to be filled in. And then this one is done. I think it's on my board one more time. So this number 6 will be finished. I did have the thought, because I have now, it's in my Q-snap, so you can't see it. I have 3 across by 2 down, and I was like, I could just end it here and just have like 6 instead of the 9. I had that thought for a couple of days, and then I was like, no, but like I'm gonna want to finish it. There are lots of errors in this one because I have a very different, this is 28 count, I think, natural linen, but has the opalescent, which is very sparkly. You can see it's very difficult for me to work on. There's lots of errors in it. Like I'm a half stitch off here and there. Things don't line up. I don't care. I think it looks fine from a distance. Who did I hear say, like, if you could spot the error, then you're standing too close. Back up. I just thought that was funny. So this is where we're at. I'm behind because I meant to have this one done in December. And I didn't get it done, which is fine. So I still have 3 more. So I was going to get number 7 done this month, but I'll get a start because I don't think it will take me the entire stitching. So even though for Bringo, it's only required to do 1 hour or 100 stitches, I spend my evening, like that's my main stitch piece for the day, which is about 3 hours. So I should be able to get all this done, the extra tree, and still be able to start number 7. That's my goal anyway. But we're a little behind on that, but that's fine. So that was for something sparkly and something that intimidates you. And then my other new start is the prompt was something that will be a gift. So I started, this is by Historical Sampler Company. This is called Flower, wow, you really can't see. Flower Birth Sampler. Sorry about the glare. Flower Birth Sampler by Historical Sampler Company. I have a friend who had a baby in November. So I decided to start this. Now, on this one, I like to start in the upper left. I realized, though, that this flower was not listed on the chart. So I didn't know what color. I mean, I could have just looked at this and picked a color. I emailed them and they wrote back right away and gave me the color. But instead, I started in the top middle. So that's where I started. I am stitching this on I don't know if it's 28 count or 32. It's like a lilac. It looks white, but when you have it off the Q-snap, it's a very, very pale purple. And this is where I got to. So I did the bulk of this while watching Candy, the 614's Whip Parade. It was so fun. So I love it. I love the colors of this. I kind of want to take, I'm just using the called for. I kind of want to take this color palette and apply it to something else. And or I could see me in the future, not right away, stitching this again and just putting like a quote or something in the middle. Because you know I love flowers. And the colors just are so pretty. So this is a joy to work on. It's not hard. I mean, these flowers, there's quite a bit of counting. I got this flower, I started up here at the top and I got all the way around to here when I realized I made a mistake in this section. So I had to undo all of that and redo it. But I got it now. But so I love working on this. It's more than, it looks, because like here, I'm right here. I mean, I guess I did that on either side. But if you look around, I mean, these flowers take quite a bit of time and they are all the way around. And then I will chart the baby's name and birth date and all that in the middle. So this is Flower Birth Sampler. This is on my year of whips to finish this year because my goal is to get it done before the baby turns 1. Or to gift it, I should say, gift it before the baby turns 1, which would be in November, which I think is doable if I really focus on it. So, and this will, I think I have that on my Bringo board 4 times in total, and it's only come up 1 time so far. So, we'll see what progress we get on that one. Okay. So that's everything I worked on. I showed you my board, my Bringo board. So that was 4 projects this week. Well, I guess I just talked to you on Monday, so it hasn't been a full week yet. So that's that. The montages, I am still going to work on them this month, the winter montage, but not on Sundays because we're doing Bringo. So it's going to come at the end of the month, and I think I will be 1 day short. I think is what I calculated. I'll be 1 day short of, because there's 4 Sundays in January, and I want to work on it I work on it, the montage, every Sunday. So I will I'll give it an extra day sometime, maybe in February, to kind of make up for that day. So it'll still end up getting the same amount of time overall, in the winter season. It just won't, necessarily be in January. Okay. The only haul I have is my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. I will pull them out since this is all the haul I have for you. This is Weeks Dye Works. This is the December colors. Look at those colors. They just do it alphabetically, but I'm always amazed at how nice these colors look together. So that is what we have. So we're in the C's. Cocoa. Well, here, I'll just show it to you. This is cocoa. That would be a good brown for tree trunks. Cognac. It's really pretty. Collards. Pretty green. That's pretty. Conch. I love that one. It's like a pinky white almost. Concord. That variegation. And copper. So that's this month's Weeks Dye Works, or last month's Weeks Dye Works. So I'm going to put those away. That's all my haul for this week. And I gave you the update on the giveaways at the beginning. That's kind of the order I do things in, but we got out of order. Wow, look at us getting crazy in January. So yes, so recap. If you won something in December, they will go out on Monday in the mail. If you still want to enter to win something from the 5-year giveaway, you need to go watch that video and comment on that video. And we'll draw winners next Saturday, the 13th. Okay, plans 25/7. I'm going to continue working on Happy New Year. The call for today, the Bringo call for today was something that you would take on vacation, which is, basically anything that you would take on vacation. And it's going to be different for you than it is for me. Like for me, I wouldn't want to take like a big piece, like a full coverage or something like that. But some people will be like, yeah, my vacation is sitting in, we rented a cottage on the beach and we're going to sit and stitch. And so it might look different for different people. Something I would take on vacation is my flower birth sampler, because there's not a ton of colors. It's a fairly simple design once you get the hang of it. It always takes me anyway. It always takes me a little bit to get the flow of a new piece. But once I figured out the rhythm of this flower and these flowers, like it'll be a lot smoother. So I would take that on vacation. So that is going to be the piece I'm going to work on for vacation. And then after that, I don't know. Whatever will be called is what I'll work on. So it'll be a mystery. And that's really all I have for you all. I'm trying to think what else is happening. I'm taking down Christmas today. My Christmas tree and all that is still up. So you might I know I said last week, maybe I'll leave this up because a lot of it is winter. It will change. Some of it, like the trees and the snowflake, will still be here. Probably. I don't know yet. But some of it will change the background, so we can have a new background for winter months. And yeah, we're going to take down the tree. I did the outside stuff yesterday over my lunch hour because we're supposed to get a lot of rain and maybe snow at the end of next week, which I would love, but it's still too early to tell. So that's my plans for today. Take down Christmas, upload the video, and then stitch. So I hope you all have a great week ahead, and I will see you all next week. Bye.